Ladies and gents, welcome. We are back. It is the 26th of September 2025, and that means one thing: it's CPL 7.0, and we are currently watching the All Stars versus the Royals for the Under 18 Girls Cup. Royals in their standard royal blue kit, with the All Stars in their white and black kit. We'll be here for a few chukkers, 12 minutes at a time. As the ball starts to move around, looking for a way out of the All-Stars half, finally moving up there. Laura Smalberger from Hoormeisies Bloemhof. Hoormeisies School Bloemhof. Lays that one off. Jordan Boer puts a massive pass through. Big shot comes in and it just goes sailing over the top. All-Stars clearly have a plan for today. One of those plans clearly involves switching a number. Landa Radame sending that one sailing over the crossbar for 3 points. Royals now regaining possession, sending a bit of a killer slap through there. Obviously no intention to hurt anyone, but things do happen. Ball made live by Chelsea Wolf as she goes on a little bit of a journey to draw out a few of the defenders. Shift the squad around. Ball goes back around now. Annabelle AC lays that one back. And looking at the involvement of number 50 Jordan Boer, is one of the SA Under 18 players. I'd assume that we'll be seeing quite a few more big challenges from her. All the way from Paul Valley High School. Royals back on the ball now. It's Lily Newton. Greenwich Girls High local. Bulland Girls Under 18 this year. It's laid through. No option. Back out the pocket. Big ball comes across fine space at the left half. A bit of a sketchy bouncing pass there, but it does find its way through and a chomping tackle comes in. It's number 69 Roxanne Evans from the Royals opting to break down the play, not allowed to go on. Big tackle comes in. As they go on a bit of a run. Repina finds herself in the circle, looks for the shot, looks to connect. Doesn't find Leo Mouton. Let's look up again. The All-Stars been successful in exiting the Royals press up until now. It goes over 1 or 2 lines and feet. Royals just having to work a little bit harder to regain the ball. See coaches in the background. Big ball comes across here, finds number 98 Onke Baktwa. Sorry, that's number 38. It's Timna Waka from Tableview High School. Kathleen Kellerman, she looks up, tries to push that one through, ball comes up off the body. Play on is the call from the umpire. And that will be All-Stars ball. Newton laying that one forward, trying to find Jody Smith, goes up the line. Sideline ball for the Royals. Maximum pressure being applied here by the All-Stars. Goes back out to the baseline. As they look to recycle, it goes all the way back around. They do find some space. Space being closed down really quickly. But they do live to fight another day. Goes to the center there, into the pocket, finds his way outside. Lucky bounce, and then an unlucky bounce as that one pops up. Quick retake, but good interception. This is the kind of thing that you love to see at this level. Players reading the game. Into the D it goes, looks for some space to get the shot, ball pops up. No whistle from the umpire, ball still live. Tackle on T-point. She does still have the ball, but she loses her feet, and that's the first PC. Umpire Roxanne Pearton says, no, not this time. First PC on the board for the Royals. A little bit of discussion here between players. Saying you have to stand at 2 castles, one more convincing than the second. Goes to the first castle, looks for the variation. That one is in. First goal on the board. Just need to confirm if that was number 106. Timna Waka. What a turn of events here, as we expected, just based on the run of play, to see the All-Stars score first. They had most of the advantage. They've had a lot of the possession. But Royals just coming through, scoring and doing the job. Is played in, looking for something, looking for space. She tries to create some space, and that would be the All-Stars first PC. So Royal scored off their first PC, immediately opting for variation. Let's see what the All-Stars might pull together with this one. on your way down, be prepared to find parking. Use the rear entrance if you can. Goes to the first castle. Doesn't find the space. Shakes off the first defender. Looks through to second and third. Not making her way through. And that is Alanda Rademeier from Paul Gymnasium. Is under 17 player this year. She obviously spotted a little bit of a gap, but the gaps closed a little bit quicker than she expected. A bit of a soft turnover. Let's see what happens with this one. We're going to be counter. A bit of a hash tackle taking full advantage of. As the Royals find their way back on the other side of the turf. Lily Holzhausen, also from the Boland. Samse College, taking that one all the way down. That was number 108 from the Royals. She tried to work her way through there. Eventually does win the PC. This will be the Royals' second PC. It's the Castles line up, but the ball is still on its way. I think the injector may have gone for a quick snack. She finds herself back at the injection spot now. As they line up again, ball goes through. First Castle a little bit wayward. They go for, looked like a zigzag, finds the ball through, making the variation work mostly. But great awareness from the defense to spot the spaces to cover. As they go back out and around. Could work through the middle to try and find that space on the outside. A difficult ball to pick up there. The speed that was required. And back the All-Stars come. Big slap, finds the player. It's Kathleen Kellerman again. Royals working through. Unfortunately finding a foot on its way. And up and over it goes. Great take, under control, but losing it on the pass. Looking for a way forward and just not finding it. Royals have the advantage now. Big counter is on the cards. And a tackle that you would expect to see at international level just comes back. And again, Jordan Boer, as we expect. Goes for it quickly, finds a space, looks for the shot. Ball gets played in, but unfortunately finds a foot there. So definitely expecting a few shots to come through there from Alanda Rademeier. She looks to apply maximum pressure to the defenders. She looked to create a little bit more space for herself, but just wasn't in her favor. Royals have the ball just outside the D. They look for the 5. And that brings us to the end of the first chukker. Both teams having, or the All-Stars having 1 PC, not converting. Royals having 2 PC attempts, 1 converted, single shot on target. Definitely will be expecting some exciting discussions here by both coaches as the Royals lead this one 1-0. be a little bit boring about the weather. It was a fairly warm day today. It's in the mid to high 20s, but definitely cooling off right now. As you see, the jackets coming out in the background. She goes quickly, goes a little bit of a run. Gained quite a bit of ground, but losing that one on the foot. Looking for the big pass, she does find it. Good work up the line. Finding the foot again. Temnawaka goes back inside. Goes to the big pass and well read by the All Stars defense. All Stars to get settled. Royals looking for a way out. Good shake off of that entire block of 5 All Stars players. Lots of space being made available now. It's the last phase is where the Royals will be hoping to capitalize. Actually, both teams will be hoping to capitalize. They've been doing really well this far. Being given enough space to sneak their ball under the foot. Unfortunately, losing it on the next foot. Back the Royals come. They have an opportunity here, and they had 2 in the circle. Unfortunately, rolling away to 16. Temnawaka remaining ever involved. Is under 18B player from Tableview High School. All Stars again. The defense seemingly given enough space to make the ball live and look for the bigger passes. Short game has worked in both teams' favor thus far. A few smaller opportunities coming through with the big passes. Another one goes up the line. So a couple of the stickers, they go back up. Looks for options, goes on the reverse. Coming back down the same channel, and off she goes. She has a little bit of space now. All she needs to do is create a little bit more. Ball comes back to her. Looks through, finds the foot. There's Abigail Zitzman and Temnawaka working together there. And just a little bit of a trippy trip on Western Province Cricket Club turf. Dual-purpose turf that is usually watered, and when it's dry it does have a nasty little bounce that can catch you out. So All Stars look for another big pass. Space being made available, forcing that one through, finds the player. Goes to space, looks for another option through, luckily finding the foot. Royals sitting back, happy to absorb the big ball. Nice 1-2 up the line. Roxanne Evans making that run up the line from Springfield Convent. Playing the first team since grade 9. So All Stars go back up into that corner. There's not one of our whistles. The ball finds its way drifting around the D, and that will be a PC as the ball unfortunately just pops up. Finds the foot in comfortable position for the Royals. All Stars have their second PC. Now in the second quarter of this match. I'll say quarter because I've been reminded not to say chaka. Ball goes up to First Castle, goes to the flick. Well run down there. I believe it was number 15, Jamie Mathis from Kuro, Durbanville. Kuro region does have, or the Durbanville region does have a good history with sprinters, so fully expected. Ball bouncing around looking for a stick, a foot, or a friend. All Stars have some space on the outside. Just getting the ball under control. Eluding them this time. See the supporters starting to pile in for an evening of Friday Night Lights. Good connection in the D. Goes to the shot. Good save. A great little flick up from the baseline. Spotted the space. There's number 29, Chelsea Wolf, being put under pressure. Lays it off to Jody Smith. Looking for a little bit of space there. But a crunching tackle comes through from Leah van der Merwe, the Durbanville High School player. Umpire just sends a calm reminder that elbows and shoulders are not chosen form of tackling attire. It's a little bit 3D. Turns back around, looks for the pass up the line. Clearly spotted that extra bit of space that was made available by the defense charging in. For the big pass up the line, nearly intercepted, mostly broken down. As they look to recycle, look to find a little bit more space, go back up the same channel. Still Royals ball. Strikers are not allowing the Royals any breathing room here. As the substitution starts to roll, and we see a animated coach in the background. I believe that maybe Denzel Dolly. The only coach at the CPL draft who was making selections from memory. We roll back through to the D. They go, and she goes a little bit of aerial, goes 3D, finds a space, looks to not kill one of her teammates. Taking out one of the Royals defenders on her way there. It's number 47, Alanda Rademeyer, looks to stamp name on this match. She has had a few opportunities, created quite a few of them herself, just to get that conversion rate up. A few wayward tackles come in. All Stars still have the ball. They go for the big crash ball in. Ball bounces off. Good defensive work there. Came off the stick, not off the shin. Space is there. Ball still floating around, and Royals live to breathe another day. Interesting to hear what the All Stars coach has been teaching these strikers. I believe it could be Ongimali. Just confirm. It is Ongimali. We all know her as the people's coach, the players' coach. Nice little turn and burn, finds a little bit of space, goes 3D into 3 blue sticks. Bo's looking to get out. Options are not as optiony as they expect. Big ball goes through, they do find some space up front, goes on her own, it's just her and the goalkeeper. Turns around, goes to the umpire. Great work. I believe that is Emery Boertes in goals from Bloemhof. goalkeeper at the under 19 top goals, top schools under 19 keeper of the tournament in the Poland, or in general. He also played Poland under 19B, or was it under 18B? Some days the notes and stats don't come through as clearly as we'd hope. Familiar sight with the All-Stars under pressure. Big crashing ball comes through, finds a foot on its way. Big run in, finds some space, and that one goes in. That will be number 50 from the All-Stars, none other than Jordan Boer. She converts that one off baseline, found the space, just went in a charging run. Score now 1-1 as the Royals will look to put another one on the board as quickly as possible, hopefully before the end of this quarter break. Skog losing that one, a little bit of an aerial battle. Shake of the head by Coach Mali. I'm sure she means well. Royals now have a little bit of space, go wide, hoping to open up on that side. Unfortunately losing the ball there, but that brings us to the end of the first half. First two quarters, score 1-1 between the Royals and the All-Stars. Royals scoring first with the PC, All-Stars coming through with a field goal. As the lights go down and the floodlights come up, we'll see you for the start of the third quarter and second half. All-Stars remain on trend, first onto the turf. Super quick discussion and quick debrief and pre-brief for the next half. Moving ahead now with Royals coming back on. The score still 1-1. BC versus a field goal. Let's play it to the middle. Big ball goes up through. Not connecting, not finding the play that she was looking for. Also has come back on the charge. It seems to be the left side which they favor the most. Even just the far side. So now step through and wait for balls to come back around for the Royals. They find a little bit more space this time, opting to go back to the center. Sends that one through, a little bit of a 50-50 ball. Not exactly finding the player, but it does still fall in their favor on the far side. Ball on the far touchline or sideline. Slip it back across, finding a bit more space. Ball comes to the back of the stick, but not to worry. No 1 in 5. Neat little shake and bake as she goes through. She does have one player on the far side. Looks to connect. Unfortunately, not making it through that particular moment. So just to confirm, it is indeed Denzel Dolly coaching the Royals, and Ongi Mali OLY coaching All Stars. Ball goes bouncing through, looks for a stick. Royal stick finding another stick on the way through. Steady connect, rolling that ball back to the outside. A little bit of a bobble over the stick, but she has control. Maximum pressure being applied by these all-star strikers as they come back at speed, looking for something. Good save on the line. No danger with that one as it went over. Drifting back up to the middle, looking for another way through, and that is Amy Moore, goalkeeper for the Royals. I believe it was Amy Moore. Could also be Andrea 14. We will confirm again. Goes all the way through. Great connection in the D. She looks for something. A little bit of a pop over the stick. Pops it up. Umpire deems that a bit of obstruction. Great work by the Royals to find that connection. Good work on that goal line. Ball pops up, looks for an all-star stick, doesn't find one, finds a Royal stick. Royals definitely finding their feet in this half. Finding connections all the ways we expect. That one pops up again. Control, finds a little bit more space, looks to the outside. The expectation from that pass was a little bit more than player could handle. Big pass being played in, skips the one player, finds another one in the D. There are a little bit of a shoulder there from the Royals defense, but from the All Stars defense. Rolls over the baseline, and that will be an All Stars 16. Umpire calls for it to be back in line. A little bit of a shake there by the left half. It's nice to work our way through. Being dispossessed wins the challenge at the end of the day. Now the ball goes popping up, looking for someone. Couldn't find an all-star stick, and no, great defense by the Royals again. This is Talmay Besaidenout from Edgemead High School. If she played for the Western Province Country District side this year. As the game evolves, the passes just get longer and longer, and they connect a little bit better with time. At speed, looks up, sees three defenders, looks for another way through, decides to pop up. Pops a little bit too hard. Looking up, finding a pass with the ball just popping up again, and this seems to be a little bit of a thing. Great disposition, goes to the shot and connects that one. She does. Just missed the number at the end there, but we'll get back to her. Oh, good tackle. Back the Royals come. Looking for a little bit more space. Ball is played in and it just goes over the baseline, but that will be a long corner. Long corner it is. A little bit of space being made available. Goes on the outside. Goes right across. Finds some space and great defensive work there on the line. The axe comes down from one of the strikers, the Royal strikers, but great turnover. As they come back at speed, laying their ball in. That lost connection being the one that is evading them, but less and less. With CPL being such an expansive form of the game. See players learning from each other. Little ball popped over the stick there. Another one gets sent up the line. Good little bounce. She was looking for Isabella Smith, Randburg Girls High player. There she goes in a run, finds a little bit of space, shakes one defender off, looks for two others, finds three more. One just being played back onto the foot. Ball made live, goes to the big pass in. She has some space, goes to the shot. Good clearance, good save. Was goalkeeper Emery Botus. Working hard on the line. Goes for a little bit of 3D there. The red luck of booked by Favor Pingui. Good overhead, but 5 not being given. Good interception. Unfortunately, then just finding the foot. That one looking to murder at least one of us. Friends, if you don't like us, hop over the fence, we'll be here for you. By just asking for a little bit of patience to get the game up and running again. The camera seems fine, operator seems fine. Producer went running out with medical kit, potentially another stick. Stars resettle now. They look up, finding some space to recycle, look for another channel. Big call for the outside ball. But massive pressure being applied there by number 64, Leo van der Merwe. She's a Dunville High School player who's done well for many years, but decided to take a break from club to focus on schools and juniors. As we say, that ball just gets popped up straight at the head of Lily Newton. She gets it back on patrol, losing that one in the pass. Back they come, just popping up. It's popping in the right direction, off she goes. As we have the VPCC dogs in the background, finding a little bit of space. She shook her way through. Number 68, Lily Holzhausen. Third PC for the Royals. First one in this chukker. Apologies, first one in this quarter. Newcastle set up. Looks like we have Talnay Bezedeno setting up the first chucker. Goes to the second castle. Big flick comes in. There's number 55, Catherine Featherstone from Herschel. Ball gets played in, quickly taken, and that's a goal on the board. Royals now go up 2-1. There's number 68, Layla Holzhausen. That brings the end of the third chukker. Again, I apologize, third quarter. Score now 2-1 to the Royals. As you see, Bruce Jacobs, the main Royal in the background. Umpire's playing a little bit of bowls. A good place for practice is there is a bowls club nearby, just off to the right. I'm sure there are other young people at the bowls club this evening. A little bit of sunset in the background. A fantastic Friday night under the lights. The Royals have their final discussions and chats as Denzel Dolly takes his huge board back. That's probably why they take so much longer to get set up, because he needs to carry that all the way back to the classroom. That is a joke, please don't come for me in the comments. Royals getting this one underway at speed. Create a little bit more space and find some gaps in the midfield. And the ball again. Player never left the 5. One sneaks through, finds another player. She looks up, sneaks it underneath the feet. More space being made there. As the defense reorganizes. Looks like one of the defenders was counting in the background just to make sure that the correct number of players is on the turf. And she goes, looks for the player, finds the space. Goal scorer, Leda Holzhausen, lays that one through. And Emery Botas just getting it under control as they come back up that left side, which they have favored, at least in this half. Oh, sneaky skills. Shakes off one or two, loses, regains. That ball drifting around, looking for someone. Does find its way to the middle. Under pressure, not being given any space to get eyes up and move. Big ball comes through, finds the Royal stick again. the line they come. Back they go again. It's speed. Not a small burger. Recollects that one. Goes under the shoulder. Finds the queen of the 3D skills. Number 20. Caitlin Skog. From Hermanus High School. He's been playing first team for the past 3 years. Big bouncing ball comes through. Good collection. Looking to find a little bit more control. Slow the ball down. Slow the game down, hopefully. It's Pico Pikasha from Langa. Being sent to the corner there with the ball, but back the All-Stars come. Looking to work their way through, not finding their way. Great defensive work there on the line, under pressure, finds the foot. All-Stars with a more than full court press. She goes at speed and wins the PC for interference. This will be the third PC, I believe. Not scored off them thus far. Set up a dual castle again. No doubt this will go to Alanda Rademacher on castle 1. But at the same time, Chelsea Wolf, Danish Girl on castle 2 is set up for the zigzag. Ball zigs, attempts to zag, finds a foot. Royals have the opportunity to counter in a big way. They do attempt. One sneakily finding its way away from the foot. Big run comes there by Onkwe Bartwe from Vista High School. Eastern Province player. And some silky skills on the ball throughout this match. This has been the case for much of the Royals matches, looking up and just finding white shirts. Over it has worked out as they go on another big run. They do find the space in the D. They go, goes to the baseline, looks for the PC. And defensive work by the All-Stars as expected. Full control. A little bit of an apology by the umpire. Umpires are human too. And if you ever have a problem with an umpire, I invite you to pick up a whistle. Big run snuffed. As the battle in midfield comes to a brief end. Back she comes. Goes at speed, looks for a way through, not finding it. Get it back under control, a little bit of choppy tackle. Good read of the game there, knowing that she had the advantage, goes for the shot. May have gone for the tap in, that one went a little bit wide. Under Rademacher again. The SA under 17 players from Paul. Good recycling, good shake off of that press, but it was not coming out at the speed that it was asking for. This will be Royals ball on the far side, near side to us, but on the sideline. Big swing. This There's evade danger. That one is marked up as indeed a dangerous pass. See Marky play Jordan Boot on the ball again. She goes in a little bit shaking run. Shakes off 1 or 2. Ball comes back through. A little bit of control from the defense. They do have it under control and come away with another good one. Great defensive work there as that one finds its way all the way up the line. The feet were a little bit quicker than the stick. Big disposition as they're going to be counter run. That's where Royals have been dangerous. And that tackle as clean as one could ever see. Realignment. Finding the space. Forcing the All-Stars defense to commit. Under control. Those two players have had 1 or 2 quarters against each other in little spaces. Goes quickly, goes for the shot, and that one finds the baseline. So it'll be 16. Free out on the All-Star side. Good control. Goes at speed again, shakes off 2 defenders in one go. Finding space, goes for the shot, takes the shot, and that one just sneaking past the near post. But as a good striker does, back at it immediately. Goes back to the middle, she'll get it under control. Commentator's curse. Let's go back up the line. The tackles have been quite harsh. See Coach Ungimali now also adopting the sideline stance. Perfected by Denzel Dolly. Good defensive work here by the Roses. She looks up, finds the space that she needs. Unfortunately not finding the player that she needs. Back under control and she looks for the pass, goes for the reverse pass to the corner. Bit of a miscommunication between the 2 attackers. Up again. Plays the ball through, dispossessed. A little bit of a shake off there at speed, and that one just drifting through underneath the feet. Back to the middle. Up the line. Looking for the spaces that she needs to get this one through. Finds the connection. Taking a little bit too long on the ball, but still recovering. Ball comes through. Fender off feet, but gets the one out. That one just pops straight off, and that will be a PC to the Royals. Not that much time left in this match. Royals leading 2-1. Quick discussion. Ooh, a little bit of confusion. Looks like this will be a variation. Injector set up, waiting for the whistle. Goes to the second chuck and unfortunately just popping up off the stick. Textbook stuff here by the All-Stars, going at speed, finding the play out wide. And that brings us to the end of this match, the first of the encounters between these two sides. Score ending 2-1 to the Royals. I'm sure the Royals players will be quite excited. And we will see you for the next one in a few minutes.